I'll tell you what, I like Tyler in 10 ball. Let's see what happens. All right, Tyler to break. The previous match in which we were watching Tyler, he was having a little trouble getting his break going early, and then then he settled down and got back into shape and took the match. All right, folks, here we go. Tyler Styer to break, 0-0 versus James Aranas. All right, so we updated the final 16 bracket, added Rick Scarlato into that buy. It's been updated. We posted the bracket to the TTMD Billiards streaming Facebook page. Again, I'll put it in the chat here in just a second. All right, so the last of the housekeeping there. We got the final 16 bracket posted. All right, so James take the early lead. One game to 0. James Aranas to break, leading by 1. Rack number 2. So the cue ball was kicked. We got a scratch. So just what the doctor ordered for Tyler after turning over his break. And James getting a point on his break. So an opportunity for Tyler to return the favor and get back on serve, so to speak. So Tyler just needs to get down table here for the 2. So spin it down there. He might be in trouble. He might have blocked himself by the 10. I can't see. No, he's all right. He's okay. And he's got an angle to get back down table for the 3. So Tyler's got to get back down table for the 5 here. Avoided the 7 and the 10. Well done. He's probably going to settle to play the 6 ball in the side pocket. Top side pocket. Oh, no. He's going to go above the 6. Going to play it in the bottom left corner. right, Tyler, line up that 7. Line ball's already sitting in the corner. He's going to be thinking about how he wants to get down table for the 10. That's easy enough. He's just going to go 2 rails, maybe 3, with a little bit of high left here, probably. Yeah, high left. Run the cue ball 2 rails, maybe 3. Set up for the 10 ball. Little short, little short. He wanted to be down there at least another foot, maybe 2. So Tyler ties it up, 1 game apiece. Back on serve. So folks, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiard Streaming. We're out here today on Q Sports Bar and Grill in Front Royal, Virginia. This is the TTMD 10-Ball Open Championship with a $10,000 added purse. We feel pretty blessed with the number of pros that we had come out today, and just an incredible field. I think the folks that are in the stream that have been watching all weekend will tell you, if it's the first that you've seen of our event, we've had an incredible field out here this weekend. Tyler Styer to the break, tied 1 game apiece. Rack number 3. Drive break by Tyler. 2 ball is just sitting in the pocket. If that 2 would have fell, Tyler would have been dancing. So James Aranas to the table. James is sponsored by Predator. Proudly wearing that Roy's Basement patch on his chest. So the 2 ball sitting in the hole, 3 ball not far from it. James likes to go behind the 3, using that long rail to help. Long rail first. Glides that cue ball over to the other side of the table, sets up for the 3. He's going to go off that long rail and set up for the 4. And that, oops, he's going to go for the 10, 4-10 combo. Well done. So James takes a 2-1 lead. break. Rack 4 underway. James plays that 1 in the corner, sets up for the 2 in the bottom side pocket. He bumped the 3 on the way back. Made the 3 a little tougher ball to get on from here. James is probably going to play it safe. He'll probably come all the way, or unless he can play that 3 ball by the 5 down the rail, which I don't think so. Most likely what he's going to do here is pocket this 2, come around the table, set up to play the 3, maybe play it safe, bump it on the other side of the 5. Let's see what he does here. Unless you try to draw back in that space. Nope. Trying to, yeah, look at that shot. Wow. Wow. Tremendous effort. I thought for sure from that angle he would just run around the table there, maybe 2, 3 rails. Play the safety, just bang that 3 into the rail, put it on the other side, that side pocket, use the 5 ball as a blocker. But I wonder if he got on the shot. I mean, that's a heck of an effort. So he's going to play the 3 ball cross side. How's he going to go? Oh, good try. I thought that 7 ball wasn't going to allow that anyway. That's a pretty good effort. I think that's more of a multi-purpose shot. If you got that cue ball suck up nice and tight to that 5. And wanted that 3 ball to go down table if you missed. So pretty good effort. Just needed to miss that 7 ball. Unforced error there by Tyler. Just caught that point in the side pocket going in. No problem here. He's just going to go, might go straight across, or he might go down 2 rails, 3 rails. Let's see how he does it. Yeah, 3 rails. 1, 2, 3. Sets up for the 7. Sure, Brenda. Thank you very much. I'll certainly go ahead and post that. What donate link were you looking for? There's a donation link for our stream, and which is for our stream and our player development program. And then there's a link for a donation from the DMVAT, that's Chris Wilburn's tour, to help support the referees and stuff that have been here all weekend, working hard. And so which one are you looking for? I'll tell you what, I'll put both of them up, and you can go ahead and decide. But thank you for your support. We do appreciate it. If you donate to the TTMD Billiard Streaming, any donation over $10, excuse me, any donation over $22 will get you entered into the drawing for the TTMD Billiard Streaming 10-ball free entry for next year, or the Bob Stocks Memorial. You can choose. And that package also includes a TTMD Billiard Streaming Tournament shirt with our embroidered logo on the back and on the front. That's a $120 value in itself. And then you have the donation there. So what was I saying? Oh, so every $20 that's donated to the team will enter you for one ticket into the drawing. So if you have $40, you get two, through $60, three, etc. You don't have to do them at the same time. We'll go through and calculate everybody's donations. And the donation for the referees, give me just a second. I'll post that. This particular link is well, also the winner. Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. This link I just posted is also for that final 16 drawing for the board. Those who participate in this drawing will have an opportunity to win that autographed final 16 bracket board. Whoever wins, we'll go ahead and ship that out to you. Go ahead and put that in a tube and get that in the mail. So again, that's being ran by Chris Wilburn from the DMVAT. And here you go, Brenda. This is the donation for our team. And thank you for your donations, Brenda. It certainly helps us. We do invest pretty heavily into the players. You know, you can imagine you're paying $20, $40, $60 entry fees for 2, 3, 4 players a week. Sometimes you're paying for each player that they're sponsored. We might do 2 events a month at $40 each. So you understand it adds up pretty quickly. We've been supporting that program through my technology company over the last year and a half. The idea is to get this stream and the event promotions going to the point where we can get enough events per year to support the player development program. So every donation matters. Every donation is appreciated. So thank you very much for that. All right, Tyler Styer lining up that 5 ball. I'm going to play that in the bottom side. Uh-oh. Not what he's expecting. I don't think he expected that much bite on the draw. He wasn't expecting to draw down to the corner. He was expecting to draw down to the short rail and let that English take and run back out to the long rail out towards the center of the table for the 7. Instead, that ball really gripped early, sucked over there towards that corner pocket, and as the result, this is where Tyler's at right now. So he's going to go ahead and call that 7 ball over there in that top side pocket, just past the 9. Nice shot there by Tyler. Really had to come with it after getting in that position there. And frankly, you know, that's a good way to keep your confidence after getting caught off guard. Sometimes when you see a ball act like that and you're totally unprepared for the reaction, meaning that ball really bit on him. And that can really throw you a little bit because it takes you a second to get used to that kind of stuff. You're used to sliding the ball and it sliding, and all of a sudden it grips like that. Start scratching your head. But that's a product of the cloth being a little humid. You know, we are here in the Shenandoah Valley, and the air condition is running all day. But, you know, it is a little humid in here, so it will cause those balls to be a little grippy, friction to be a little heavier. Nice out there by Tyler. All right, James Aranas to break. Rack number 6. So James has a good look at the 1 ball, obviously. He's got to get down table for the 2. That's how he likes to play this. He's pretty straight on the 1. He's able to find the angle, run the cue ball 2 rails, back out into the middle of the table, past the 3. Good look at the 2 ball. Nice angle to pocket that 2 in that top left-hand corner pocket. Now, he might come all the way around past the 3 to be able to play it in the top side. I don't fancy him trying to go past that 7. Let me see what that looks like there. It might go by the 7. If it goes by the 7, he might not carry that 7, the cue ball that far. But let's see what he's thinking. He's looking at it. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate the donation. It really does help. All right, let's see what James is thinking here. So as I thought he might do is he wanted to go past that 3 a little bit so he can play it in the side pocket. Beautifully done. James really likes that roll that cue ball. A lot of people would try to draw that ball. He felt comfortable that he could either change that angle slightly enough to be able to change the direction of the cue to avoid the side pocket. The positive side of being able to stroke the ball like that is that you don't let any of the wiggles that come into play when you try to be really delicate with a shot, or when you're trying to jab at that cue ball for draw. It's definitely easier to control a rolling cue ball rather than a drawing cue ball. Much more difficult to try to draw back to a specific spot. James looking at that with a little bit of concern. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is he on the point? Well, he's not wasting any time, so he doesn't seem too concerned. Yeah, so he pocketed that ball. Wasn't sure if he used any spin to change that and throw that ball. It looks like he was able to hit it pretty cleanly. Oh, there's an unforced error by James. And I'm going to leave Tyler a bank. So go ahead and bank this ball cross-side for an opportunity to tie it up 3 games apiece. Well done there by Tyler. Ties it up 1 game apiece, 3-3. So quite a match we have so far, trading punches. All right, folks, again, this is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. We're out here at On-Q Sports Bar and Grill. We're in the middle of the James Aranas Tyler Styer match. We'll be racing to 11. So is anybody here still thinking James has got the better of it? Or is anyone switching their thought process and think maybe Tyler might be able to hang in here? You can't fit 2 balls in. Okay, they'll hang up. These are pro cut pockets. All these tables are managed by or maintained by Matt Sniper Suite out of American Pool Coverings. I'll be putting his information up here shortly. And Matt does an excellent job. In fact, I'll do that right now. I'll go ahead. I've got a sponsor spotlight for Matt I was going to put up. I need to do anyway. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, if you guys have a second, go ahead and check out Matt Sniper Suite. He's the one that takes care of all the pool tables here, not just here at On-Q Sports Bar and Grill. He also is the table tech for Roy's Basement. He's highly sought after for any big tournaments that are coming up to come out and check the playability, make sure that they're ready. He's a diamond licensed vendor. So if you're looking to buy a diamond pool table, I highly suggest Matt Sniper Suite of American Billiard Coverings. Again, I just posted that link in our chat, so check him out. Just click on that. It'll take you to our page. Again, we have a sponsor spotlight for each one of our sponsors. We'll be sharing that today. We just ask everyone, you just take a minute, pop in there and take a look. Well, these are not set up to be one pocket tables. All right, a lot of these folks these days are trying to play rotation pool on a one pocket table. And you can say what you want, but that's not the same game. You can say, oh, yeah, well, you know, you're pro, you ought to be able to hit those little pockets. Well, it changes the shot. You know, it's a moving game. You start playing like one pocket instead of 9-ball or 10-ball because the pockets just won't take the shots. So you get a ball sitting on the rail. You have to get back down table. It calls for draw. You go and hit it with your draw shot. The corner pockets just won't take it. That's not what 9 balls and 10 balls supposed to be about. You know, those pockets are set up to bank into. They're not set up to drive down the rail into. And you ought to be able to shoot those shots with pace. So my opinion is, you know, making these overly tight pockets to play rotation pool is ridiculous. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but most likely someone trying to hide their game. Just don't think it's a great idea for rotation pool. That's just my personal opinion. Absolutely right, Mr. Dowling. I 100% agree. It turns into a totally different game. Tyler looking good here. Folks were asking me who I liked early on, and I said Tyler Styer from the beginning. So I want to see this guy do well. All right. 5-3, Tyler Styer. Game number 9. Tyler to break. Leading by 2. Oh, that's a nice break. Can you see it? Odd queuing. It's going to be Bit of a tricky shot. He's got the 2-ball down the other side of the table. The only option he's got on the cue ball is to strike it high. So if he's straight in here, that's trouble. And trying to cheat the angle might be tough too because of the 3-ball there. I don't know what kind of angle he's on. He might be able to cheat this pocket a little bit and let the cue ball get over there by that second diamond, come back across the table underneath the 8. Excuse me, underneath the 4. It's hard to tell from this angle. It's pretty straight, man. And when you're up over top the ball like this, trying to do any type of creative cheating of the pocket becomes that much more difficult. Because you're really going to throw this ball left or right, the cue ball left or right, come down on it like this. You got to hit it pure. It's not an easy shot at all. That was a strong break, no doubt. He doesn't have quite the control of the cue ball yet as VB does off the snap. He hasn't had it yet, at least not in this tournament yet. Doesn't mean he won't dial it in. He's definitely got the power. Cue ball's just getting a little loose on him, getting kicked here and there. Yeah, that was just too much to try to make that shot. I totally agree with Tyler here. You just got to drop back and punt. Just wasn't worth trying to make that shot. So let's see what James has got here. James is an incredible shot maker. So he's going to go ahead and play safe as well. I figured he would. I expect to see quite a bit of this. I don't know if probably I was thinking maybe he might bank the 1 down here, but it might be easier again just to thin off of this 1. Maybe use that 3-ball as a stopper, send the cue ball back down table. He's going to go ahead, he's going to call the 1 in the corner. If he overcuts this ball, it's not going to hurt him too much, because the 1 ball will come back towards the short rail, and the cue ball come back down towards the 2. So might be worth the shot here, but you want to miss it pro side if you miss it. Yeah. So a little bit of a 2-way there. He was going to go ahead and try to pocket that ball without trying to overcut it. Just throw it in there with spin. But he was going to use that 7 and a 2 down there as a safety in case he didn't make the shot. And if he did, he still had the 2 available. So it was a nice effort. James to the table. All right, so things just got even tougher. 2 7s all jacked up now. Folks, if you have a second, go ahead and get this stream shared. I'm sure you all are friends with other pool playing buddies, pals, girlfriends, etc. Go ahead and get that stream shared. When else do you get a chance to see this quality of pool? Look at that shot. Nice safety play. I think James is going to go ahead and jump over this, no problem at all. The problem is going to be, what do you do after that? The 2-ball is really sitting in a tough spot. You might just be able to come off of the short rail and try to roll that cue ball up on the 2. Just try to make things tight, like a 1-pocket shot, 1-pocket safety. So let's see what James wants to do here. He's obviously going to jump. Wow. Shoo! What a try. That would have been some amazing cue ball control to jump that ball, bring it all the way around the table, and bump the 7 out of the way to set up for the 2. That's some vision right there, buddy. James wants to do here is obvious. Well, there's a thing that Steve, you have to remember that these guys can make just about any shot, right? So at some point, when they're feeling confident, and this was a little different, this particular shot, because of where the 2 was, and this was just an amazing shot. He was actually trying to bust that 7 out. But the point being is, these guys are such tremendous shot makers. You know, they can look at the shot and what we look at and say, oh, that's a little risky. Yeah, maybe. But these guys, they're not your average Joe. They've made every shot 10 times and over. So, they just they're comfortable going for it, and where they get left, they feel like they can just roll from there. If not, they'll play safe. So, again, that's just sort of the skill level change of when you're going from, I would say, a let's just put it, not all pros are created equal, and I think once you get to a certain level of talent, so maybe you're at like a 710 Fargo, and then you're dealing with these 750 plus players. Their cueing ability and ability to move the cue ball around are just a little bit that much better, so they feel like firing for those shots. So that's all I'm getting at. Yeah, I got you there, Bork. Mr. Steve. Yeah, I got you, buddy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These guys are just sometimes, they seem almost inhuman with their ability to just keep their nerves steady and just make shots and not waver. Nice shot there by Styer. Brings that cue ball back across the table, past the 8, sets up for the 8 in the top left corner pocket. Looks like he's not real happy with the angle he has here at the 8 ball. So it looks like he's going to try to either wants to draw, try to come around maybe 1, 2, 3 rails possibly for the 9. He doesn't like the angle. And I think coming forward, he's afraid he's going to bump off that 10 ball. Let's see what he's got going on here. Brings that cue ball forward, sets up for the 9. I'm going to play it probably all the way down in that right-hand corner pocket. Top right-hand corner pocket. Earl is out. He was out last night. So Tyler looking to go up 6-3 on James. Well done. So James is taking a quick break. We'll be right back. While we have a second, we're doing a raffle for the final 16 board. Each player signed their name in the bracket. If this is something that you would be interested in as far as memorabilia, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the chat right now. Chris Wilburn from the DMVAT is taking donations. Any donation that comes in, he will then enter you into the drawing for the event. Details about the drawing will be in the description. I'll go ahead and post this link now, and I'll be right back. Well, pretty solid break. Unfortunate for James, he scratched. Tyler's going to have advantage here. Looking at the table, see what might be a potential issue. So obvious is the 6 ball. Eight ball's probably not going to be much of a problem because it's down the same size to 7. So where it's at on the side pocket's not going to be too big of a deal. You just got to deal with that 6 ball. That's going to be the issue at this point. 2 ball's a little funky, but I think he can draw back into this. Nicely done. Drew back behind the 2 ball very well. Now he can go 2 rails, go to the short rail here, or he can draw across, whatever he feels comfortable with. Looks like he's going to draw the cue ball across the table, set up for the 3. Now, actually, I don't think he could go high here. I think that would run over towards the corner pocket too much. He's going to have to go low. He's going to draw it across the table. Yeah, well done. Sometimes it's hard to see the angles. I thought maybe he might be able to go forward 1 rail, 2 rails, but it looked like that angle was going to send that cue ball over towards that bottom corner pocket, which would have been bad news. So we're rapidly approaching the 6 ball. What are we going to do about that? So Tyler's looking at how he wants to get his line into the 6.
All right, whatever you want. On my tab. Thank you. Make it happen. There you go.
Brett, there's 2 raffles going on. Okay, we have raffles for our team site that's going to be going in. Those donations go to our stream, and it goes to our player development program. We also, that's been going on all weekend. We'll do those raffles at the end of the final match. We'll start pulling people's names that have done donations, and they'll either get an Earl signed cue ball, might get a shirt. We're going to raffle off some apparel, etc. And then also donations of $20 or more on our team site through that link that I was talking about also enters you into a chance to win a free entry into the Bob Stocks Memorial Tournament that's coming up April 15th to 17th. Or the TTMD Billiards Streaming Tournament, which comes up, which will be next year at some point. We'll schedule that. Now, the other link that you're probably talking about, Brett, the final 16, what we did was we had the players, we did a redraw, blind redraw, and the players came out and signed the brackets themselves. We are auctioning off, we are try that again. We were taking donations for a drawing for that bracket. So let me put a link in the stream for that bracket in case you're interested. I know that was a little long-winded, but that was my best effort. I'll go ahead and put that link up there for you. Actually, it's already up in the group there. So right above your message, Brett, is the link to go ahead and donate to the DMV AT. That helps pay for the referees that were here all weekend for free, and it gives you a chance to win that bracket, as we mentioned. If you click on the link, you'll see a picture of the bracket. You'll know what I'm talking about. Here's the donations for our stream and our player development program if you're interested. Told you all Tyler came to play today. Up 7-3 over James Aranas. Coming up on rack 11. Hey, Brett, did I answer your question, or did I just confuse you more? Just let me know. All right. Tyler Styer to break. Leading 7 games to 3. I want to race to 11. This is rack 11. Cue ball got kicked. It's going to be okay, I think. 1 ball's pocketable. Nothing's tied up at this point. Yeah, thank you, buddy. We're doing the best we can. We'll get a little better as how we present things. And This is our first year. This is our inaugural TTMD 10-ball championship. I feel pretty blessed with the turnout. I think he's just trying to thin this one ball in the corner pocket here. No, playing safe. Sorry. He didn't like it. Went ahead and played safe. I'm sure he was trying to get a little further down there between the 8 and the 2. He did not want to hit the 8, I'm sure. He wanted to use that as a blocker, cover for the 1. Looks like James has indicated that top left corner pocket. Boy, hit that good, nice pace. Oh man, I appreciate that. Appreciate it, Brett. Every time we get a compliment, it helps lift us up a little bit. As the days goes on and we start running out of gas, the more compliments, it helps us keep going, no doubt. Appreciate all your kind words. So James can bring this ball, again, 3 rails, if he so chooses. I think that's the way he's going to go. He's going to go to the long rail, the short rail, back to the long rail again. Come around for that 6, and then he can either play it, depending on where he's at, he can either play it all the way down or play it in the side. Whatever he likes. No, so he'd like to go 2 rails. So I think you probably play the 6 ball on the side. You roll down table to play the 7 in the other side, but let's see what he's thinking. You could just play it in the corner, just bring it back a little bit and play the 7 in the other opposite corner. That's an option too. Yeah, it looks like he's going to play this all the way down. No. There's only, well, yes, they are, in fact. Let's see, yeah, they are, in fact, because we have 8 tables. That answers your question. 2 players, 8 tables, 16 people. A little surprised that he hit that with low. I thought he would just roll past the 6 to play the 7 in the bottom side, but what do I know? Let's see what James does here. Thank you very much there, Frowny. We do appreciate all of our followers today, folks joining us. Enjoy the stream. All right, so James Aranas takes it to 4. It's down 7-4. Going into rack 12. James Aranas to break. So if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. And we're out here at Front Royal, Virginia at On Q Sports Bar and Grill. And this is the TTMD 10-Ball Open Championship. This is my company-sponsored championship, ThinkTechMD. And let's try that again. ThinkTechMD is a technology services provider. So not only can we build websites, etc., we can also manage your infrastructure for your small business. Sometimes it's IT by committee in those small businesses. If you happen to have a little IT experience, you end up being the IT person. Well, we can help you with that, free up your time. Reach on out to thinktechmd.com, and we'll get you sorted out. All right, James Aranas to break. Trailing by 3. Excellent break there. Squatted the cue ball perfectly. One ball sitting in the corner pocket. We just posted a new bracket. It's the final 16 bracket, and I believe I have it pinned at the top of the page, Ed, if you roll it up. Those matches are in progress. We are not doing live scoring on every table. So all the score that we have at the moment is what we have here on the TV table. None of the other matches have finished as of yet, so they're not reported. So just hang tight. So James with the safety play. Locks up Tyler on that 10 ball. I think it's going to be a fairly easy hit for Tyler. But what are you going to do with the cue ball? You got to hit it with a purpose. So do you want to try to somehow stun that cue ball, send the 2 ball down table? Or do you want to just try to hit an edge of that 2 ball and send the cue down table? Do you just want to maybe bump that 2 ball over and tie him up in another, tie it up with the 5? Looks like he's looking that direction. So no matter what, you're kicking at the ball. You should be trying to figure out exactly what you want to do. No matter if you're successful or not, you should have a plan. It's not always about just going for the hit. Because regardless, you're going to hit it anyway if you're going with your plan. So pick a side of the ball sometimes if you're just trying to create separation. You know, just have an idea. He's going to have a hard time doing a kick safe here where he can stop the cue ball because he's not going to be able to get enough draw on the cue ball off the rail to be able to make the cue ball stop. So the cue ball is going to drift a bit down table. So Tyler's going to call that 2 ball in the side. I guess the play is possibly go off the 5. And so what kind of pace he hits this with. It'll let you know what his intentions are. Let me see what you got going on there. Let me unpin that. That must be the wrong pinned statement. Let me see. All right, here, I'll give you the updated bracket, gentlemen. Yeah, that's definitely not right, gentlemen. I went ahead and reposted the bracket. That's the proper bracket. I'm not sure what we had up there, how it got different. But there we go. That's accurate. Oh, my pleasure, gentlemen. James brings that 5 ball back across table, sets up for the 6. Got a nice angle, just pocket this ball and make the 8. You want to give yourself a little bit of angle for the 9. That's it. So from here, you can go right to that short rail and come back out and play the 9, most likely in that bottom left-hand corner pocket. That's it. Nicely done. Drags that cue ball across the table, sets up for the 10. Bottom left-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner pocket. And now we're at 5 games to 7. Tyler leading by 2. I want to race to 11. David, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. Where are you from, David? David, if this is the first time that you've joined our stream, go ahead and take a minute, subscribe. We're trying to get that to that magic 1,000 subscriber mark. I hear you, Aiden. I hear you. But Tyler, I think, is the underdog from what I was seeing in this chat. But I don't know. 10 ball, I think, is his game. He's got a pretty solid 10 ball break. Although James, he's been squatting that cue ball very nicely in the middle of the table. There we go. There's the Tyler Styer break on the 10 ball. Good job. Just got that cue ball to check up perfectly. The 1 ball sitting in the corner where it's supposed to be. I fancy him to get out from here. No real problem balls. don't bring that 5 into play. Oh, wow. I'm sure he's a little frustrated there. I'm sure he's very disgusted with himself right here. He had probably the best break of the 2 matches I've seen. He squatted that cue ball perfectly. He had the 1 ball sitting in the corner. Just needed a good transition to the 4, and just got behind that 5. Yeah, I agree. I'm talking about in comparison to each other there, Mr. Dowling. A lot of folks here were saying that Tyler wasn't going to get the best of this game, and in the chat, and I felt like he might. Well, since he's figured this out, I'll share a little story about Tyler, because I do have a personal story about Tyler. When we first started this endeavor of getting the 10-ball championship together, I created a flyer and I got it out there, and Roy's Basement picked it up, and he put it out, and it was getting a little play, and I appreciated that. It was pretty helpful. But Tyler got a hold of my announcement, saw it, read it through, asked me a bunch of questions, and said, "Hey, Wayne, this is probably going to be one of the best events of the year, but this flyer is not what the players are looking for. They're not going to read all the information that you have underneath. You need to build a better flyer." Pretty simple, you know. I'm new. I'm promoting. Essentially need a little bit of help. And he sat there and worked with me, talked with me for probably an hour or so, and told me what I needed to do to make my flyer better, to get some attention. And off I went, made the flyer, sent it to him. He said, "Look great." He said, "That's what you needed." And sent it out, and the response after that was exceptional. So, just a little human, a personal side that sometimes folks don't get to see. And he didn't have to do that, and I was very grateful. Nice shot there by Dodong. Nice hit there by Tyler. Nice shot there by Aranas. James is looking pretty good right now. He's gonna, looks like he's gonna take the last 3 consecutive games. Draw within 1. Nice job there by James. All right, folks, so this is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. We're out here again today at the 1Q Sports Bar and Grill in Front Royal, Virginia. James Aranas right now, getting ready to break. We're coming up on game 14. James trails by 1. James Aranas to break. Down by 1. 6 games to 7. We're race to 11. Rack number 14. Gets that cue ball to check up nicely. Very good break. A little bit of awkward cueing here over the 2. Pretty good shot there by James, taking that scratch out of play. Has a nice position for the 2 in the corner. 7 ball's a bit of a problem where it's sitting. You might be able to help that out with the 5. You can play the 5 into 7 maybe and still pocket the 5. Knock the 7 ball down the rail. All right, so James Aranas ties it up. 7-7. Tyler to break. Rack number 15. Nice shot there by Tyler. Oh, no, looks like the cue ball leaked out there. So excellent safety shot there by Tyler. You see James just give a little tap of the table of acknowledgement as he walked by. Put that cue ball right up on that 8-ball. I'm pretty sure James can hit this ball, but what's going to happen is, what will happen after contact? I don't know if he's going to be able to create that much separation if he doesn't make this ball. Let's try to send the cue ball down table if we can just clip the edge of the 2-ball. Try to create some space, just like that. But that's not going to do much. I don't think so. Line up right next to the side pocket, yeah. So nice effort there by James. Didn't have much option, just had to kick at it and see what fortune would bring. So from that move, Tyler now has advantage. He can pocket the 2-ball pretty easily in the side. Set up for the 3. Uh-oh. So a little short. He wanted to be on a little further left, on the opposite side of that 3-ball. So he can play that 3 into that side pocket up there and get position on the right side of that 5. The plate in the same side. Just clipped that 10 ball coming by, deflected that cue ball, headed toward the corner pocket there. Fortunately for Tyler, it did not scratch. Nice shot there by Tyler. Warren is a beast. Warren is a beast. And don't underestimate Jeremy Sosi. You know, tell you right now, that guy can put it on you. I'm sorry, I had to step away to make a payment. So Logan Harrington is out. Warren Kayemko is out.
You're gonna walk away with it there?
I'm not going anywhere. Apologies, folks. I was just taking care of a couple of technical issues here on the backside here, chatting in one of the chat rooms. So I appreciate that. Appreciate your patience. Tyler to the table, down 7 games to 9. Rack number 17. All right, I'm back. bring Tyler within one. All right, folks, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards stream. I apologize. I'm a little gassed from the long day from yesterday. So just been a little sluggish. So I'll try to pick up the pace a little bit, pick up the energy. James Aranas to break. Rack number 18, leading 9 games to 8 on a race to 11. Up, cue ball got kicked. 9 ball went in the side. Can see the 1. Yeah, Warren is out. Warren is out, and Logan Harrington is out. Larry, I'll let you know. I can see Joey's match here. Somebody's on 7, and the other one's on 5. It's a 5-7 match over there with Joey. I'll find out which Joey has here once I see somebody mark up. I'm telling you, don't count out Tyler. I'm not done. This guy is a fighter. Yeah, roger that, Aiden. Did they happen to post a score there when you looked at the bracket? I hadn't seen it yet, Aiden. Joey Kosiak from New York. He's playing Demetrius Gelatis right now. So it looks like Tyler can go rail first to this 2. You don't want the 2 cue ball to end up behind a 3.
Stuff is out.
All right, folks. So we updated the bracket information with the winners so far. Brandon Schuff is out. So Tyler looks like he's setting up for this the 3-8 combination. Should be able to keep control of the 3 ball here. I don't see it sliding up the rail much. Sliding up the short rail, I mean, excuse me, the long rail. Should be able to hit this 8 ball pretty full is what I'm trying to say. Nicely done. Which bracket you guys looking at? Just make sure you're the same thing. Try again. It's coming up here in the bracket for you. Coming up here in the chat for you. No worries. Thank you for checking it out, Josh. Wouldn't be the first time we had a technical difficulty this weekend, so thank you for at least letting me know. So Tyler looking to draw it within 1. And he does. 9 games to 10. Tyler down by 1. James Aranas to break. Well, maybe you don't know yet. Let me see if I break it down. So the match with Rodney and Jesse Engel has concluded. I don't know who won yet. We'll find out. Alright, so the pressure's on here. Kind of comes down to this shot. Hit that ball very well. Hit it with confidence. So Tyler looking to possibly go 2 rails back down towards the 10. Go to the long rail to the short rail. Come out straight down the table. Down towards that right bottom, the bottom side of the table here. Oh no, he drew it. Nice shot. I thought for sure he was going to go through that ball a little bit of high to the long rail to the short rail and then straight out. Because he wasn't feeling very comfortable about that shot. So instead he elected to sort of swing that cue ball around with some draw. A lot of times when I'm looking at their shots, when I'm trying to figure out what they're thinking, I'm looking at their body language because I can't really see the angles all that great sometimes with the screen. It's not the same thing as when you're actually looking at the table, obviously. So when I'm looking at their lines and what they're doing with the pre-shot routine, sometimes that's an indicator of what they're planning. But no complaints there. Tyler ties it up, 10-10. Hill. What else could you ask for? Really? So Rodney Morris is out. I think I told you. I mentioned that just a few minutes ago. We updated the bracket again. And I apologize. I've been stepping away from the stream because I've been going up and congratulating the folks that are departing the event, giving them their cash. Mike DeShane. So where's he at? I think he went down to let's see, Las Vegas, right? Is he shooting in the Predator Cup event today, Aiden? Tyler Styer, the break, tied, 10 games apiece. Game number 21. Why are you surprised, Mr. Fox, or M. Fox? I like the fact we've got some banter going back and forth here in the chat talking about the steak dinner. So the problem here is going to be settling the cue ball down and not allowing that 7 ball to get in front of the 2. You got to have a pathway coming to the 2. If he can find that, he should be okay. Now, do you try to hit this ball with high left and try to get this ball to run 3 rails? Or do you just hit it with a little bit center and try to bring it straight across the table? Let's see what he's got there. A little bit of draw. Yeah, just like that. He's going to go 2 rails. Still good shot. Did not let the 7 get in the way. That was the key shot there. Tyler just needs to put a good stroke on this ball. Get that cue ball to bite. Draw it back just a bit. He's going to get fortunate there. Just sort of... Oh, that's unfortunate. So James to the table. Probably going to get the jump cue. You know, this guy has hit so many shots. And try to pick on him and call him a dog on a shot like that. I just can't get behind. But I understand. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, so Jeremy Sosi over Hunter Lombardo. 11 games to 7. Yes, I did. I did. Frankly, I wanted to get James on the table. Oof. Wow. There you go, fellas. Wow. He had all that space, and it just kept going on him. So now James is really going to have to come with a shot here. Yeah, that is just a horrible spot. Horrible spot. I don't just see any way to even try to even spin the cue ball in any direction to come across that line to get to that 4 ball from here. Not without some of these other balls covering the direction you need to go. All right, he's going to try to, I guess, go over the edge of this ball. I don't think so. Wow, no, what a shot. Yeah, incredible shot there, gentlemen. I just did. It was so tight there. I didn't have any idea what he was doing there. I didn't think he could actually masse around that ball. I just saw him jack up like that. I didn't know what he was doing, if he could get it over the edge of the ball. But just an incredible shot. That 7 ball absolutely did not move. Well, a little bit of work to do here. Gentlemen, that shot was incredibly difficult. You had to hit it with just the perfect amount of speed. If you overhit that ball shoots out way too far. It squirts out too far left. And you have to hit it delicate enough to get to come back. All that stuff is just incredibly difficult to do. You still had to clear an edge of the ball. Just amazing shot by James. Just incredible. And Tyler, go ahead and give that to James. He deserves it. What an excellent shot. A round of applause by the fans here. Again, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. We'll be right back with our next match. Thank you for joining us.